też siwe gołębie, co mi podziupały, dziewczynie Polkę je. Siwe gołębie, co mi podziupały, dziewczynie Polkę je. Że ja się kochała, jak wódki wypiłem, ciebie się nie śmiałem. Prosi kochaneczki, żebym z nią wypiła razem do zawaczki.
Happy Polka Sunday morning, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world with your host, David Jackson. I am pleased as Pierogi to be bringing you this, the 10th anniversary episode of the Sunday Morning Polka Show. Yes, indeed, we started the show just about 10 years ago over at the radio station at the University of Toledo, excuse me. And then we moved over to Falcon Radio, and now we produce for you a tight, entertaining, and, excuse me, what is with the voice this morning? Well, anyway, what we think is a tight and entertaining and very listenable show. 1 hour each week. That's all we ask. That was the Polka family doing the Happy Louie classic, the North Shore, excuse me, the North Shore polka. And we're going to have a whole lot of polka classics on this episode today. And we're also going to bring you the features for which I'd say we are so well known, but that's a bit of an overstatement. We get about 500 listeners a week, and we certainly appreciate your being among them. Among those features are the news from Poland and the Polish word of the day. Here's the Polish word of the day, a noun, rower. Rower. Gotta love rolling those R's. Ona nie umie jeździć na rowerze. There's the Polish word of the day and the Polish word of the day in a sentence. And here are the G notes doing the Mary on a Bike polka.
Majka na bajsku jedzie tu i tam. Jasiu widział i zawołał, holo Maryś, jak tam? Majka młoda usłyszała, zadzwoniła dzwon. Majka młoda taka piękna i włosy ma blond. Jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie. Ale Majka sobie tak ładnie jedzie. Jasieńku, trzeba dłużej spędzić czas. Ale ja nie mogę, bo mamusia woła spać. Ale jutro pod południem znów się spotkamy. Będziemy oboje razem bajslekiem jak bać. Jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie, 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 jedzie Majka, jedzie, 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 jedzie. Majka, jedzie! Jedzie, Majka, jedzie!
Gdzie ty jedziesz, Jasiu, na wojenkę, Kasiu, na wojenkę daleką? Chcę być twoją żoną, weźmie Jasiu z tobą na wojenkę daleką. Chcę być twoją żoną, weźmie Jasiu z tobą na wojenkę daleką. Raz, dwa!
Za górami, za lasami, za dolinami pobili się dwaj górale ciupagami. Hej, górale, nie bita się, ma góralka dwa warkoce, podzieli ta się. Hej, górale, nie bita się, ma góralka dwa warkoce, podzieli ta się. Hej! wykąpał. Hej, wykołysał wiatr, hej, dystyk mnie wykąpał. Hej, wiatr wykołysał, hej, jak ja będę płakał. Hej, nikt nie będzie słyszał.
Well, an absolutely fabulous three-song set of polka music for you right there. Coming in strong in the first long set of polka music on the 10-year anniversary episode of the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world with your host, David Jackson. That is me. That was the Mountaineers Polka by John Gora and Gorale. Before that, we heard a live version of Far Away From Home from Ed Blazonczyk and all the Versatones, and we heard the fabulous G-Notes doing the Mary on a Bike polka. Why don't we take a look at some news from Poland right now, brought to you from a news network called Bloomberg. Here's the headline: Poland forges ahead with German-style plan for coal spin-off. Poland is moving ahead with a plan to restructure its power industry that would carve out coal-fired plants from the country's biggest utilities, a major step to wean one of the European Union's biggest polluters off its reliance on carbon. The plan, drafted by the Ministry of State Assets and modeled on Germany's successful shift away from coal, will be handed over for further work at the government level next week. Deputy Prime Minister Jacek Sasin told RMF-FM radio on Saturday. It's a massive project that we've been working on for months, he said. The aim is to create a separate entity for coal-fired plants that will give state-controlled energy companies some room to breathe and to obtain financing also for new investment. Siphoning off and consolidating the coal assets, a policy Germany pursued after 2024, would help publicly traded utilities to clean up their act and transform the country's energy landscape to meet the EU's increasingly strict emissions norms. It would also separate the toxic assets from the scrutiny of stock market investors concerned about utility profits. Poland will seek the European Commission's approval to boost the capital of the new coal plant entity to avoid power price increases for consumers, Sachin told RMF-FM. Meanwhile, state-owned power companies will be able to invest in cleaner energy sources, such as offshore wind farms, natural gas, and nuclear energy. And there, my friends, is the news from Poland on this, the 10th anniversary of the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world. What better time than now to get back into the music, and what better band to play than Stanky and the Coal Miners playing the fabulous Detroit Polka.
że późno bywałam. Byłam u mego kochanka, tyś już zapomniała. Obchodzimy dziś wesele w kościele oboje. Na weselu chłopcy grają na trawce zielonej. Na zielonej gęstą trawką wesele, wesele. I chłopcy grają, dziwki śpiewają na trawce zielonej. Wszystkie ludzie śpiewają na zdrowie, na zdrowie. Zagrajcie, wszystkie ludzie śpiewają na zdrowie to moje. Pod nogi, taniec wokoło, muzyka, śpiewacie wesoło. Pod nogi, taniec wokoło, muzyka, śpiewacie wesoło. Wszystkie ludzie śpiewają na zdrowie, na zdrowie. Zagrajcie, wszystkie ludzie śpiewają na zdrowie to moje. Pod nogi, taniec wokoło, muzyka, śpiewajcie wesoło. Pod nogi, taniec wokoło, muzyka, śpiewacie wesoło.
Another three-song set of absolute polka classics here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world. Podnogi by the fabulous Crusade Orchestra. Word on the street is they're getting back together. Before that, we heard the Green Grass Polka from Happy Louie, and we heard the Detroit Polka from Stanky and the Coal Miners. Yes, indeed, bringing you the finest in polkas, waltzes, and obetics, and the occasional mystery tune, as well as the Polish word of the day, which today is rower. Rower. Oh, just for fun, let's hear the computer say it.
rower,
Wow, she sounded really excited. Rower. It is a noun. Ona nie umie jeździć na rowerze is that noun in a sentence. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate it. On this, the fabulous 10th anniversary episode of the Sunday Morning Polka Show. 10 years. Started off at the radio station at the University of Toledo. Ended up moving down to Falcon Radio at BGSU for a brief while. And now we produce a 1-hour broadcast once a week from the home offices in Omaha, Nebraska. Nope. We're in Sylvania, Ohio. And very, very, very appreciative of our large and growing listener base. All right. Let's hear from Touch of Brass, shall we? It's a great tune. Maybe take a few seconds now to move the rugs aside so that you can dance.
Na niebie górną, jak tu śpi już bardzo późno. Sił dwóch i słyszę tylko dziecięcego serca. Pisze list, a to niełatwie, ale ty u mnie zawsze parę srok docieka więcej, bo to ciergoziemce. Jak się masz, kochanie, jak się masz? Powiedz mi, wierni spróbuj się zobaczę. Jak się masz, kochanie, jak się masz? Dostałaś na Shermanie. Pisze list na niebie jasno, 2000 gwiazdy zrasną. Sił dwóch nie słyszę tylko dziecięcego serca. Taki świat jak to nie lecie, odjeżdżli napisze więcej. Kiedy smutno ciebie brązą wszystkie moje myśli. Jak się masz, kochanie, jak się masz? Powiedz mi, wierzysz znów, bo cię zobaczę. Jak się masz, kochanie, jak się masz? Powiedz mi, co dostałaś w Shermanie. Jak się masz, kochanie, jak się masz?
expensive things. I won't give you fancy stoves, airplane rides, or large bankrolls. But I'll give you all my love, and I'll give you all my hugs. I'll give you the song I sing. Money can't buy everything. Long vacations far away, not with me 'cause I can't pay. Limousines and big Lear jets, not with me you'll ever get. But I'll give you all my love, and I'll give you all my hugs. I'll give you the song I sing. Money can't buy everything. Oh yeah. You won't drive a fancy car, no champagne or caviar. Cleaning woman you will be, don't look for a maid from me. But I'll give you all my love, and I'll give you all my hugs. I'll give you the song I sing. Money can't buy everything. If you wanna be around every other guy in town, when he flashes lots of green, make sure that he hears you sing. I will give you all my love, and I'll give you all my hugs. I'll give you the song I sing. Money can't buy everything. Here we go.
Czarownica na miodle jedzie, to baba Jaga, każdy o tym wie. Hen na łysej górze żyje, w nocy straszy, w dzień się kryje. To czarownica, to diabłów kochanka. Gdy stary zegar północ wybije, gdy noc jest ciemna i wicher wije, czarownica miotłę bierze i lata jak nietoperze, puka do okien i straszy całą noc. Ta czarownica hula całą noc, ta stara wiedźma ma szatańską moc. Ale kiedy kur zapieje, czarownica w góry wieje, miotłą zamiata, aż słoma leci z niej.
śmieje. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Pszeniczkę szyję i drobne owiec, chcę się wożenić, lepiej się powiesz. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Dostałem panią jakby za panią, czy boryseczki z kurą baranią. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. A ta to była stara, żena umarła, kirę zadarła. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. A te konisko poszło narcisko, komary zjadły, przepadło wszystko. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. Ojej, 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 o moja Szenek. O moja Szenek.
Well, I'm going out to paint the town soon as the sun goes down. Wherever there's girls and music playing, that's where I'll be found. And I won't be home too late, sure as the world goes round. Spending all my money on a little bit of honey, and I'm going out to paint the town. Well, life is meant for living, my daddy always said. Go out and have some fun, you're gonna be a long time dead. Well, I'm going out to paint the town soon as the sun goes down. Wherever there's girls and music playing, that's where I'll be found. And I won't be home too late, sure as the world goes round. Spending all my money on a little bit of honey, and I'm going out to paint the town. Well, I'm going out to paint the town soon as the sun goes down. Wherever there's girls and music playing, that's where I'll be found. And I won't be home too late, sure as the world goes round. Spending all my money on a little bit of honey, and I'm going out to paint the town. Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow never comes. Today will soon be yesterday, go out and have some fun. Well, I'm going out to paint the town soon as the sun goes down. Wherever there's girls and music playing, that's where I'll be found. And I won't be home too late, sure as the world goes round. Spending all my money on a little bit of honey, and I'm going out to paint the town.
as the sun goes down. Wherever there's girls and music playing, that's where I'll be found. And I won't be home too late, as sure as the world goes round. Gonna spend all night singing and strumming, drinking beer and chasing women. Ain't going home till the birds are humming. I'm going out to paint the town.
Moja Helcia, ja cię kocham, moja lalka, ja cię kocham, moja Helcia. Przyjdź tutaj do mnie, bo ty jesteś taka piękna, moja luba, taka zgrabna, ja ciebie kocham serdecznie. Come into my arms, my Helen, behold your charms, my Helen, for you know it's you that I adore. And when you are near, my Helen, my heart skips a beat. Just the nearness of you, darling, sweeps me off my feet. And when you are near, my Helen, my heart skips a beat. Just the nearness of you, dear, sweeps me off my feet. Moja Helcia, ja cię kocham, moja lalka, ja cię kocham, moja Helcia. Przyjdź tutaj do mnie, bo ty jesteś taka piękna, moja luba, taka zgrabna, ja ciebie kocham serdecznie. Come into my arms, my Helen, let me hold your charms, my Helen, for you know it's you that I adore. And when you are near, my Helen, my heart skips a beat. Just the nearness of you, darling, sweeps me off my feet. And when you are near, my Helen, my heart skips a beat. Just the nearness of you, dear, sweeps me off my feet.
Moja Helcia, my Helen Obetic, huh? You bet. Thank you for all the Helens.
Well, how about that? That there was one of those big 6-song sets of polka music for which the Sunday Morning Polka Show is becoming famous, kind of. That was Dwayne Malinowski doing the My Helen Obetic. The Dynabrass did Paint the Town. Oye Yashenku was done by Badanov with Randy Krajewski and Jimmy Machkevich Jr. and Ed Biegai. Yeah. Before that, we heard Gene Wisniewski doing the Charovnitsa. We heard Money Can't Buy Anything from Lenny Gomulka. And we started off with How Are You or Yak Shamash by the fabulous Touch of Brass Orchestra on this, the 10th anniversary episode of the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio, round on the ends and high in the middle, and the world. Why don't we take a quick revisit to the Sunday Morning Polka Show's Polish word of the day and get in a few more tunes before we have to move it on out of here. Rower is the Polish word of the day. It's a noun. Ona nie umie jeździć na rowerze. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Where's rower in that sentence? Well, na rowerze. That's, one of those case things. Crazy cases. Anyway, let's get back into the fabulous polka music. Let's hear from Brian Marshall and his Texas Capella doing Miała Baba Koguta. And then after that, we'll hear the Moravia polka, which I will send out to the love of my life, my wife, Lori.
wsadziła go do buta. A o mój miły kogucie, 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 ci cię dobrze w tym bucie. Poszła baba po papiu, po papiu, po papiu, a tam dziodzio na tropiu. A tam dziodzio na tropiu, na tropiu, na tropiu, poszła baba po papiu. Miała baba koguta, 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 wsadziła go do buta. O mój miły kogucie, 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 ci cię dobrze w tym bucie.
Zosia. Let's go. Zosia, Zosia, Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i ma Macieja zawołała. Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja zawołała. Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja hej zawołała. zaświeciła Macieja zobaczyła, na lampę zaświeciła i Macieja zobaczyła, na lampę zaświeciła i Macieja, hej, zobaczyła, go! Macieju, co robicie, że tak zaświecałujecie wy, Macieju, co robicie, gdzie tak zaświecałujecie wy, Macieju, co robicie, gdzie tak zaświecałujecie. Zosia, kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja zabawała. Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja zabawała. Zosia kuchnię zamiatała i Macieja, hej, zawołała, go!
Well, that was an abrupt ending and almost a new beginning. But in any event, does it get any better than that? I'm not really sure it does. That was, of course, from the Livewire recording Zosia by the Dynatones. Before that, we heard the Moravia Polka from the Brian Marshall Big Band, and we heard Miała Baba Koguta from Brian Marshall's smaller, more string-oriented ensemble. Here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world, where now we make our final visit to the Polish word of the day, brought to you by Transparent Language. They don't pay us to say that, but I feel like it's fair. Rower. It means bicycle. Ona nie umie jeździć na rowerze means she can't ride a bicycle. How about that? I like to say that. Ona nie umie jeździć na rowerze. And now, as we reach the top of the hour on the special 10-year anniversary show of the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world with your host, David Jackson, that's me, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Your commitment over the past hour is fantastic. Over the past 10 years is even better. And over the next 10 years will be even better still. That's all we ask. 1 hour a day, every day, for year upon year upon year. In any event, we plan to be back here next week, if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise. So until then, we'll say do zobaczenia, and we will go out, we hope, with some absolutely fabulous Marion Lush. And part of the problem with Marion Lush's recordings is some of them, when the CDs got made, get the names wrong of what the songs are, and then some of the stuff I've recorded from vinyl may not always be as clean as possible in terms of not having scratches and things. So, it's always a bit of an issue finding just the exact right Marion Lush song to play. But we're going to try to find the exact right one. One moment, please, while we push a couple of buttons. And, oh, mercy. Not even sure if this is the Marion Lush version, but hey, it's Hey Cavalier, and he certainly made it famous. So that's how we're going out. See you next week.
Mego miasteczka stała dziewczyna młoda. I piękna była, piękna jak leleczka, ale była za młoda. I piękna była, piękna jak leleczka, ale była za młoda. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie dziewczynie głowy. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie dziewczynie głowy. A tym młoda dziewczyna, taka wymałowana. I ciemne oczka, ciemne oczka, młoda dziewczyna miała. I ciemne oczka, ciemne oczka, młoda dziewczyna miała. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie dziewczynie głowy. Hej, hej, kawalerowie, nie zawracajcie dziewczynie głowy. Hej, hej. A ta młoda dziewczyna każdego obsadziała. 18 lat, 18 lat, jeszcze